What's up, 10 Skill Squad? I like budget spec stuff. You like budget spec stuff. But more importantly than that, you know that I know that you like, budget spec stuff. We got one here today. This thing I'm actually really excited about. This is a 14th scale clone of an Arrma Typhon, one of my favorite buggies of all time. This thing's got kind of a lot going in the clone department. Not only is the buggy itself a clone of an Arrma, but the transmitter appears to be a clone of a FlySky Noble. You know, that pretty awesome multi-channel, fancy schmancy touchscreen, swiveling steering wheel transmitter that's, you know, I don't have one, but it looks cool. I'd like one. We're gonna take this thing out of the box and we are going to take a look at it next to a real Arrma Typhon, and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna rip this thing. But before we get to all that, let's take a look on the box. It does come in a couple different models. You know, you can also get this one, which is like the 144001 clone-ish looking doodle. And of course, you know, it's got the headlines. It's got the rubber wheels and tires. It's got 4 heavy-duty off-road shocks. 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, of course. Climbing strong, whatever that means, but I dig it. And it says that this will do 60 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in English. 60 kilometers. I'm going to have to Google that. So 60 equals 37.2 mile an hour. For a 14th scale, that seems pretty unlikely. Boom. Boom.
Well, that's not in one piece anymore.
Oh, dude, it's sick. Let's just take a look at this FlySky Noble cloney doodle. Bam! Oh, there's some other goods in here. USB charger. We don't need that. All right. Okay. All right. So it's got a green foam grip on the wheel, which is a nice touch. I like that. That seems pretty cool. And the steering is really light. Really, really, really light. Obviously, you know, this doesn't swivel, so you can't use it left-handed or anything like that. Just a simple little power button. We've got throttle trim, steering dual rate, and steering trim. We can reverse the throttle and steering. That's good. But yeah, it's just a little 2-channel doodle, and it uses 3 AA batteries. What else is in here? Okay, so just standard stuff. Screwdriver, body clips, wheel wrench, because I don't have 78 of those. Ooh, she's a bouncy girl. She's a bouncy girl. These shocks are not oil-filled, but it looks like they could be. Yeah, interesting. And yeah, this is just an absolute clone of an Arrma Typhon. We're going to see both of these next to each other here in just a moment. But first, let's see what's under the shell, shall we? Bam! Big old 550 size brushed Johnny. Hashtag brushed motors matter. 2-in-1 ESC combo with a 5-wire servo. And we have got a little, I'm going to guess this is probably like a 1200 milliamp hour 2S. 1800 milliamp hour 2S LiPo. Not bad. I'm going to throw this on the charger here. Ooh, that servo is itty bitty. It's got an aluminum chassis. It is very, very, very similar to the WLToys 144001, except this, I think, looks cooler. 1/14 electric 4-wheel drive climbing car. Yep, just basic instructions here. You know, safety warnings. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't stick it in, somewhere where it shouldn't belong and then pull the trigger. That'd be a disaster. But it does have parts breakdowns of all the bits in here, like all of it. It shows you how everything gets put together. So that's good because, if you're like me and you drive your stuff real hard, you're going to need to take it apart at some point and clean the debris out of it, or find replacement parts, fix things that you broke being a moron, that kind of stuff. But yeah, all the links are plastic. It's got metal drive shafts. None of the links look like they're adjustable, although we do have a couple options as far as camber. So a couple different link mount points on it. So, if you wanted to run some crazy setup, I suppose you could. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it just like it is here. Let's look at this thing next to its, the thing that it's trying to pay tribute to, I guess. The Arrma Typhon. Arrma Typhon, of course, is an 8S buggy. This is a 14 scale, so the size difference is, it's clear and obvious. But, if you look at the windows, you look at the shape of the body, you look at the scallops and things like that, it is clear that this is what they were going for. And yeah, I think, from a distance, if you squint real hard, you might fool some people. Look at that. My Typhon needs oil in the shocks too. So how fast did the Typhon go? 23. Can we go faster than we did in the Typhon? There's only one way to find out. Miserable out here, so let's see how fast it goes.
Sure, here we go.
Oh, GPS is hanging out of it a little bit. We got 23. What do we think? This or the WLToys 144001? Well, I guess it really comes down to which one you think is cooler, because they are essentially exactly the same. That means that parts for these should be pretty easy to get a hold of. We've got a few manufacturers now that are building on this platform, supporting this platform. They're still really popular out there. I personally like the way that this one looks. However, the 144001 does come with oil-filled suspension, so it does handle just a little bit better. Not quite as bouncy, but if you're just looking to bash and thrash, and I believe you can add oil to these shocks as well. The 144001, that wing is just Lexan, and you actually have a pretty robust plastic wing on the Cheetahs, the Speed Cheetahs. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have you guys been eyeing these things like I have? What do you think? What should we do with this thing? Should we brushless swap it? Should we put some Arrma stickers on it and irritate the haters? That sounds like a good idea to me. I'm definitely gonna peel this bad boy. Do more gauges. Boom. And there we go. Fresh and so clean. And this summer we are planning a budget spec race where we're going to take out some of the WLToys, some of the E-Sheens. This bad boy is going to be there. We're going to take out a bunch of budget spec stuff, bring out all the boys, and we're gonna rip these things around the track and see which one is victorious. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. I like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, and I've got some wicked stuff coming up. You're gonna want to stick around. Alright guys, until next time. Chopping Arrma's out here. Chopping them!